Hello, and welcome to another episode of Sacramento Wedding TV, inspiration for your celebration. I'm your host, Raina. In 2011, the trend is simple and classic. Today, we're going to show you how to make some simple and affordable wedding favors all on your own. We're also going to take you on a tour of one of the most beautiful wedding venues in downtown Sacramento, and we're going to introduce you to one of Sacramento's top wedding officiants. So stay tuned for another episode of Sacramento Wedding TV. Welcome back to another episode of Sacramento Wedding TV. When planning your wedding, there's a long list of decisions to make, and where to actually get married is at the top of that list. Recently, we had the opportunity to visit one of the most stunning wedding venues in our area, the Vizcaya Pavilion and Mansion in downtown Sacramento. The Vizcaya Pavilion and Mansion is Sacramento's premier wedding, reception, and corporate events facility. They have a 25-year history of serving the community, earning numerous awards for their cuisine, ambiance, and attentive service. The elegant, historical Vizcaya Mansion has 8 graciously appointed sleeping rooms, and guests have come from all over the world to revel in its timeless beauty. The Vizcaya Pavilion and Mansion offers all the amenities to help you create your own special and unique event of a lifetime. We asked, what makes the Vizcaya such a great place to have a wedding?
I consider ourselves one of the full-service properties here in Sacramento. We do everything from the rehearsal the day before. We provide them with their own on-site wedding coordinator. She's there for the rehearsal as well as the day of event. We do all the complete setup of all the areas for the ceremony, the pre-reception, as well as the large sit-down cocktail reception to follow. The bride has a beautiful room to get dressed on-site. Plenty of room for her and the ladies, hair, makeup, entourage for everyone to be here comfortably on site and get ready. We also do include a honeymoon suite for the couple. So I would consider ourselves pretty full service.
We were also curious how many weddings they have there in a typical week.
A standard week would be, I'd say a comfortable week would be 4 to 5. We do have some specials that now we even do weekday weddings. So this year we've had Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday weddings. So that can put us upwards of 8 within a week.
We asked their advice on how far out couples should book their wedding venue.
If you have a specific date that you want, there is no such thing as booking too soon. If you're flexible, you have a specific time of year, you have a little bit more flexibility, but I have people out booking in the later part of 2012 right now because the date means everything to them. So if they want one specific date, they need to book it as soon as possible.
For more information on the Vizcaya Pavilion and Mansion, please visit www.vizcayapavilion.com. Let's talk favors. With so many choices, how do you ever decide? What are my guests going to like the best? What can I really afford? These are typical questions that a bride asks herself when trying to finalize her wedding day. Centuries ago, European aristocrats used to send their party guests home with small little gifts called bonbonnières. These were typically little porcelain boxes that contained sugary treats, which we now call favors. For today's brides, favors have transformed from the Jordan almonds of the 80s to unique little gifts that help to customize a couple's wedding day. Favors can be anything related to a couple's favorite hobby or sports team or something more simple like an engagement photo in a small frame. So what's your wedding style? We've put together several favors to give you an idea, some inspiration for your wedding day. We found these little bud vases at a local discount store. For $1.50 a piece, you have a simple and beautiful way to show your guests your appreciation in sharing your day. It's something they can take home and enjoy for a few days, and it's also something you can use to decorate your reception tables with. Bonus! These cute candles and soaps are another way not only to decorate your tables, but they give your guests something they can use after your wedding day is over. Some can be customized with pre-printed stickers, or you can add your own touch by using gift tags and stamps. You can purchase these items in bulk or at a local store. Here we have a key-shaped photo holder. It's a great idea because it has 2 uses, as a favor and as a place card holder on the tables. For about $2.50 a piece, you have 2 items on your to-do list covered. And don't forget the chocolates. Guests are always partial to truffles to cure their sweet cravings after dinner. And actually, I don't think these chocolates will last long after the show. They look delicious. We appreciate you joining Sacramento Wedding TV as we show you some great favor ideas for your wedding day. If you have any ideas you'd like to share with us, take a video and send us a link. We'd love to see what our Sacramento brides are up to. Question: what is one of the most important things that a couple needs for their wedding ceremony, besides being in love? Answer: a highly respected wedding officiant to perform that ceremony, of course. We're here with Reverend Jerry Murphy, one of Sacramento's most popular wedding officiants. Thank you for joining us, Reverend Jerry. So tell us, what inspires you to become a wedding minister?
Well, I have always enjoyed public speaking, and I knew that I wanted to do that as a living. And I had an opportunity to fill in for someone else who was an officiant and could not do the wedding. And I got up and did it and said, "Oh, I love this." And who wouldn't want to work with couples who are in love and help them create a ceremony that's memorable and starts the beginning of their married life together? It's a great opportunity. Great job.
That does sound great. Now, if a couple's looking to make their ceremony more personal or unique, what would you suggest to them?
Well, I always give them the option to write their own vows and read them to each other, which I think is wonderful. A lot of couples don't choose to do that because they do get a little nervous, and that's fine. I also encourage them to choose things to include in their ceremony that are really personal to them. So don't do just what everybody else does because everybody has a candle lighting or a sand blending. Most importantly, I also include what I call the love story, which talks a little bit about the couple, their love for each other, and what their vision is for their long and happy marriage together. And I think that's probably the key personalization of the ceremonies that I perform, and it really makes the audience know a little bit more about their love so that they can support them in their long and happy marriage.
That's great. Now, are you noticing any new trends with regards to ceremonies?
A lot of couples are saying that they would like to have more traditional vows as opposed to writing their own or incorporating things that are a little bit different than to having to hold in sickness and in health. And I think that that's absolutely wonderful. I've also noticed that a lot of couples are planning well in advance, and not leaving their officiant to the last, oh, got to have somebody to perform that ceremony. And of course, I really appreciate that as well.
Now, a lot of couples are looking for a simple or quick ceremony because the thought of being in front of a large crowd makes them really nervous. What advice would you give to couples that are somewhat shy?
A couple of things. Most importantly, make sure that you do have a rehearsal because that's where we really get some of those nerves taken care of. And I kind of push the envelope a little bit and try to help them see this is where you might be a little bit more nervous. Let's do that right now, and then you'll feel much more calm on your wedding day. And the other thing that I sometimes remind them about is you're surrounded by people who absolutely love you and they're here to support you. And so if you feel a little bit nervous, that's appropriate. You're doing something very important. But just remember that you're there with the person that you love more than anyone, and everything else is just bonus.
That's great. Now, I'm sure when it comes to weddings, you've seen it all from fainting bridesmaids to crying flower girls. What is your favorite wedding memory?
My favorite wedding memory includes humor. A lot of times the couples want to include a little bit of humor in their promises. I promise to love and respect, and I also promise to do my best not to, etc., etc. And one couple chose to include humor, and the bride apparently hadn't looked to see what her groom had asked her to promise to do her best about, which was don't bring home any more stray dogs without asking first. And so as I asked that question in the ceremony, she got a horrified look on her face and said, "But I just did." And so of course I had to ad-lib a little and say, "Well, from now on, promise." And so that was a lot of fun and very funny.
It sounds like you really enjoy being such an important part of a couple's day. It must be very rewarding. Thank you so much for chatting with us and letting us get to know you and more about your business. If you'd like more information on Reverend Jerry Murphy, please give her a call at 916-973-8522 or visit her website at www.revjerrymurphy.com. Well, this concludes another episode of Sacramento Wedding TV, inspiration for your celebration. Do you promise to return next time? I do. I'll see you then.